Hello there. Hi, my name is Luwasi Forex, and I'm here to show you how to trade Forex. Before I go on, I'd love to thank my mentors, Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Tim Sachs, who wrote the foreword to the book, The Penny Stock Course, and finally Matthew Keita, who wrote the book Rocket Stocks, and you can find all their books on Amazon Kindle. Now, I'm trying to zoom in so that I can show you. So that I can show you exactly where the where the sale actually happened. So yeah, so basically I showed some Forex pair, which is the CHF. Now I want you to notice that it is below the 50-day moving average, represented by that blue line here, and it's also below the 200-day moving average, represented by the red line. And then it has hit a reversal or a gap down. So if you look at those three candlestick bars there, those are falling three soldiers. So those also represent a gap down. Now this is a paper trade and valued at $1,000. So this is a 3% profit at 50x margin. So I just want you to focus mainly on the stochastic. As you can see, the blue line has crossed below the orange line there, and that's a reversal signal on the stochastic. Now, the way the formula works is I actually looked at it from the weekly chart, and you can see from the weekly chart here, it has also followed the rocket booster strategy. So even on the weekly chart, it is actually trending downwards. You can see that the price is below the 50-day moving average and also the 200-day moving average. Now look at the stochastic. The blue line has like protruded, but we still have that orange line there, which hasn't passed the 50 mark there. So that blue line confirms a volume, and that's very similar to what I have seen in this other one, EUR CAD, where the blue line kind of protrudes, and that protruding of the blue line is proof of volume. And that proof of volume is very much important, because that proof of volume is what is giving me the confidence to say this move will continue. And this is another example of EUR-CAD Forex pair. Now, as you can see, that blue line has protruded above the 80, but there's that orange line there. So that blue line is called the fast line, and the point of the fast line is to position you in the place of letting you know that there is high momentum and high volume. Now, the difference between EUR-CAD and CAD-CHF, the main difference there is that with EUR-CAD, EUR-CAD, it is more of a breakout move. Alright, so the move is favored by a breakout strategy, and that's what we are looking for. Okay, so that's what is being favored, and that's what we are looking for. Okay, so we're looking for a breakout strategy. So CAD, now the way the formula works is I always look at only two time frames. That's the weekly chart and the 4-hour chart. So let's look at the 4-hour chart now. So that's what we're looking for now. So we're going to now skip to the 4-hour chart. But if you look at the 4-hour chart, we have a pure reversal. So the way the formula is very easy. Okay, it's an easy formula. So basically what's happening is this. All right, so on the weekly chart, okay, on the weekly chart, let's do this. All right, so the entry is where the blue arrow is. So the way the strategy works is very easy. On the weekly chart, we can either have a breakout or a reversal on the weekly chart. But on the 4-hour chart, which is what you're looking at right now, I am very strict on that. Nothing, and I mean there is no other better entry than a reversal on the 4-hour chart. And that's the main thing to remember here. So on the 4-hour chart, our main focus on the 4-hour chart is to enter on the reversal. And this is what you are seeing, where the first line in the stochastic is above the slow line. And this signal is still very much active. For as long as the first line is above the slow line, it is still very much a buy signal. Right now we're on the 4-hour chart. So this buy signal is active for the next 1 hour 30 minutes, and you can see it moving there. And also notice that it is above the 50-day moving average, represented by the EMA and the MA crossover. So basically that's the 50-day moving average represented by the blue line, and the 200-day moving average represented by the red line. Now obviously, apart from these, I have I have some pairs that I am currently watching. All right. Now with these pairs that I'm currently watching, I am waiting for an entry. So what it is with these, which is Coca-Cola, copper, and oil. Gold and silver, and Bitcoin, I'm watching them from a macro standpoint as well. But basically, what is happening, especially with oil, is I have seen a weekly entry on oil, and I'm going to show you my weekly entry. I'm going to show you my weekly entry on oil, because I have seen the weekly entry on oil. I have seen the weekly entry on oil. Now remember, the weekly entry can either be a breakout or a reversal. Let me see what we have here. So as you can see, we have a weekly entry on oil. Let me change the moving average to signal the crossover, because that crossover is very important for you to see and understand. Let me just change that to first indicator. But that's a weekly entry, and this is exactly how a weekly entry looks like. And as you can see, oil prices have gone down. I'm using my cell phone. Let me see what we have here. So as you can see, the crossover shows there. So Basically, as you can see, the price is definitely below the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average, and that's the first screen, and that's why I am watching it. But the reason why I would not enter it just yet is because I'm looking for a reversal entry. Now, there is a reversal entry on the oil, especially the stochastic, but there is no sell signal on the moving averages. So in this case, we would have to wait for the moving average of oil to cross, and when that happens, oil is going to trend downwards. So the oil chart is very, very interesting, and it's something that I'm watching very, very closely. Another one that I am watching closely is copper. Let me see what we have on copper. Now with copper, we have a reversal entry, which is awesome. As you can see, there's an awesome reversal entry. And then now the challenge with copper is the 4-hour entry has not appeared yet. And as you can see, the 4-hour entry is oversold. The last one I want to show you before we end this video, the lesson, is Coca-Cola. So as you can see, Coca-Cola is very similar to what happened with copper, in the sense that the entry is oversold. But on the week, we have a perfect reversal entry. So I'm just watching these. As a trader, it is important to watch the markets. So I'd love to thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't buy what I tell you to buy. Don't sell what I tell you to sell. Do your own research before you buy or sell anything. I'd love to thank you so much for watching this video. Take care. Bye-bye.